the ease with which tens of millions of Americans have accepted irrational, unconstitutional, and unprecedented police state-type restrictions on their freedoms, including even the freedom to make a living, has been sobering. The same holds true for the acceptance of by most Americans, of the rampant censorship on Twitter and all other major social platforms. Even physicians and other scientists are deprived of freedom of speech if, for example, they offer scientific support for hydroxychloroquine along with zinc to treat COVID-19 in the early stages. Board-certified physician Dr. Vladimir Zelenko, who has saved hundreds of COVID-19 patients from suffering and or death, has been banned from Twitter for publicizing his life-saving hydroxychloroquine and zinc protocol. Half of America is afraid to speak their minds at virtually every university, movie studio, and large corporation. Indeed, at virtually every place of work. Professors who say anything that offends the left fear being ostracized if they have tenure and being fired if they do not. People are socially ostracized, publicly shamed, and or fired for differing with Black Lives Matter, as America-hating and white-hating a group as has ever existed. And few Americans speak up. On the contrary, when BLM protesters demand that diners outside of restaurants raise their fists to show their support for BLM, nearly every diner does. So then, who are we to condemn the average German who faced the Gestapo if he didn't salute Hitler? Or the average Russian who faced the NKVD, the secret police and intelligence agency that preceded the KGB, if he didn't demonstrate sufficient enthusiasm for Stalin? Americans face the left's cancel culture, but not left-wing secret police or re-education camps. At least not yet. I have come to understand the average German living under Nazism and the average Russian living under communism for another reason: the power of the media to brainwash. As a student of totalitarianism since my graduate studies at the Russian Institute of Columbia University School of International Affairs, I have always believed that only in a dictatorship could a society be brainwashed. I was wrong. I now understand that mass brainwashing can take place in a nominally free society. The incessant left-wing drumbeat of the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Los Angeles Times, and almost every other major newspaper, plus The Atlantic, The New Yorker, CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, NPR, all of Hollywood, and almost every school from kindergarten through graduate school has brainwashed at least half of America. Every bit as effectively as the German, Soviet, and Chinese communist press did, and in the latter case still does. That thousands of schools will teach the lie that is the New York Times 1619 Project is one of countless examples.